So I was just walking down the street with my dog here, Koshka, and I was walking past the house where there was a couple people outside and they had their dog outside, and I don't know what it was. It was some kind of pit bull mix or something, but it just went fucking like completely ape shit when we walked by, and it was like flipping out. It was like being aggressive, barking, lunging. It was jumping on the fence. Like it at one point, it like actually put its paws over the fence and was like trying to jump over it to get to me and my dog, and I had to actually like say no to the dog really loud just to fucking get it to stop, just because I mean, like, and the owners they're there, like they're totally present, like just sitting there on the lawn, like letting this happen, and it's just like, it's just fucking ridiculous. Like, how are you gonna let your dog do that? You know what I mean? Like, how are you gonna just let your dog like totally flip out on whoever the fuck is nearby? It's just fucking ridiculous. And like they don't have a leash on this dog and they're like saying siéntate, siéntate, like trying to get the dog to sit, and it's just not fucking listening. And the thing is like, get a fucking leash on your dog. Get your dog trained. If you can't train the dog yourself, then get the dog fucking trained. That's like the reality of the situation. So, it's like that type of shit, like the type of shit that was going on just now. That's the type of thing that gets dogs killed and gets people killed actually too. If you hear about this shit on the news all the time, it's people that it's not the people that are, that have their dogs well trained and their dogs are obedient, like he is for the most part. I mean, he's still in training, but he is obedient. You know what I mean? It's like, and he's never fucking killed anything. He would. I mean, he's a fucking, he's a young Australian shepherd. Like if he saw a cat, he'd fucking run after it and try to fucking kill it. But I don't let him. I don't let him do that, and I discourage that behavior heavily because there's no reason that he should go out and fucking kill a cat unless for some reason I needed him to kill a cat. I would command him to go do it, or train him to do it. Right? And that's the thing, is like, if you want a hunting dog or you want a fucking protection dog, that's fine. Train it. You got to train them to do that shit. Protection dogs, like police dogs, they don't just go ape shit on fucking everybody. You know what I mean? That they don't know. They don't. They're really well trained dogs. Very, very well trained. And the thing is like those dogs, they fucking, on command, they'll go and fucking, they'll go kill something, like, and that's the thing, but it's on command. It's after they've been trained rigorously for a long time before they're like able to do that stuff. And the thing is this is clearly like, I don't know if it was a puppy or what, but like regardless, like the way that those owners were handling the situation was just fucking irresponsible. And someone could get killed. Someone could absolutely get killed. I can imagine a scenario very easily actually where that dog gets out, because I'm looking at their fence and their yard and shit, and it's not really secure, to be honest. It's really just not. Their dog could totally get out. And then if it sees a person on the street, maybe an older person or maybe a kid, God forbid, the dog runs up, and then, the kid's like freaked out or whatever. And, it's like trying to get away. And this dog is just fucking mauls the kid. It happens. You see it in the news. You really do. You see it in the news all the time. And it's just fucking negligence. You know what I mean? And it is just absolutely like unacceptable and irresponsible of the owners to let that shit happen and be like that. And that's why I'm thinking, honestly, like, just like you need a license to get a car and drive a car because it's like a potential killing machine, you should need a fucking license to get a dog. You absolutely should need a license to get a dog. You should at the very least have to take a class on dogs, right? And there should be like a general like just stated like understanding that like dogs are not like us at all, and they really are very similar to their wolf cousins. You know what I mean? And that's not to say that they aren't man's best friend, and that's not to say that humans shouldn't be able to have dogs, because they should, but like there should be like some kind of prerequisite requirement other than like going to the pound and paying $100 to get a dog. It's just ridiculous, you know what I mean? And the thing is just like these people down the street, I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, that they got a time bomb on their hands. They really do. They really have a time bomb on their hands, and it's just like only a matter of time until that dog does something that the family is not going to be happy about. And they have kids there. They do. And I don't think that dog is really a dog that you should have around kids. There's a lot of, I mean, honestly, I don't think that kids really should be around dogs at all, because like I said, they are like wolves and not like people at all. And they don't think or perceive emotion at all, like the way that we do. Like, not any, well, if they even do have emotions, it's not the same way that we have emotions. Right. So, that's the thing, is that like, that's like, it's hard for some fucking people to hear that because they love their dog and they think their dog loves them. And the thing is like, I love my dog. I love the fuck out of him. Make no mistake, right? But I realize that he doesn't love me, and the closest thing to love that he has is actually respect, right? So that's the thing, is that like, it's just ridiculous, because people are seriously, like, no joke, people are fucking dying to dogs, and dogs get a bad rap and they get put down when it's not even their fault because they're just running on their own instincts, right? And it's just negligence on the owners, like the one that does have agency for their actions, the owner. It's on them, not on really on the dog. Like, even if a dog like kills a person, it's more so like on the owners of that dog, particularly, that it's like on the fault of them, and not the dog at all. Like, if, like, I don't even think, I mean, like, obviously if a dog kills somebody and people want to put it down, I guess I understand, right? But at the same time, it's like the owners of these dogs that kill people, they oftentimes they get like, no, there's no repercussions. There's just nothing. Nothing happens to them. They just get, oh, well, that's just so tragic. It's like, no, fuck you. It's not just so tragic. It's fucking negligent that they let that happen, that happened. You know what I mean? It's just fucking terrible. There's like young kids that get killed by dogs a lot. And I say this as someone who owns dogs and loves the fuck out of dogs. I really do love dogs so much. And that's exactly why I'm making this video, just because I just want to like spread awareness on this issue that dogs fucking kill people. And if you're like treating them the wrong way, like if you don't train them, they like eventually they'll like train themselves, and they'll like if their status is like all messed up, then they're prone to like kill someone. You know what I mean? Or like they could potentially kill someone, and it could be any breed, even if it's a little breed. Even if it's your little Chihuahua, it could fucking kill someone. And that's no joke. I read a story once, no shit. Look this up. A Pomeranian killed a 6-week-old baby. A Pomeranian. You know how big that dog breed is? It's like I don't know. They get to be like the size of this lunchbox, maybe, at like the highest. Like if they're at the largest, they're like the size of that lunchbox, right? So it doesn't even need to be a big dog for this shit to go wrong, right? And it's just ridiculous, you know what I mean? And like, you got to get your fucking dog trained. You really do. If you're not going to train it yourself, you got to pay someone to train it. It's like a public safety issue, man. Seriously. Because like nobody really like thinks about this shit or really respects the gravity of the situation until like one of their family members dies or someone else's dog dies or whatever. They don't really get it until their dog shows that it really doesn't have emotions and doesn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? You can look up these like fucked up pictures of like pit bulls. Like they'll post pictures of the pit bull smiling, and it's all cute and this and that. And it's like, yeah, but then there's like an after picture where the pit bull is like covered in their owner's blood, smiling the same way that they were before they killed their owner. And the thing is that like it's just like a lack of knowledge and understanding of how dogs are. You know what I mean? And the thing is that like, if you have kids, you should be very, very careful with your dog. Very, very careful with your dog, right? And be like super cautious. Never let the kids play with the dog unsupervised ever, right? So yeah. But anyways, I mean, I'm not gonna try to go too far into this. I think I've kind of made my point. But if you have a dog, train it for the love of God. It's like a public safety issue, man. Put a leash on your dog and get it to be compliant, right? He's compliant. He listens to me. If I tell him to do something, he fucking does it, right? He might be a little resistant because he's in the fucking teenage months and he's a puppy still. But he does listen to me. If I were to say, Koshka, kennel, goes right in. No resistance, no whatever, because he knows what the fuck is up. And he knows that, if he doesn't listen to me, I'm going to make him do it. And that's the thing, is you should be doing that with your dog. Because it's a public fucking safety issue and people can die if you don't do this with your dog. So, yeah, anyways, I'm Desmond Snow Dog Training. I'm a Pacific Northwest dog trainer. I'm currently in Seattle, Washington. If you have a dog that flips out on the leash and you can't walk it, Koshka, no, kennel, no, kennel. You hear stuff going on out there. He wants to go. No, kennel, get in there. If you have a dog you need it trained, I don't care the size, the age, the breed, nothing. I will train your dog. If anything, just for just to make sure that nothing happens. Hey, no, get in there. Get in your kennel. Knock it off. See what I mean? He's just a little bully. He'll like try to see what he can get away with. Right, so, yeah, see, look how cute he is. Fucking little goober. You know what I mean? But anyways, you can contact me at 360-991-4392, or you can email me at desmondsnow@gmail.com. I will train your dog, bar none, especially if you have kids. If you have kids, I will train the fuck out of your dog. I will make sure that nothing ever happens with you, your dog, or your kids, because that is like of utmost importance.